free. I am Solid Blue Sister, and this is my turn to talk. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Whatever platform you're listening, whether you're listening live or on the replay, welcome and thank you. Hey, Frankie, welcome, welcome. Minnesota, welcome. Blunt Ninja, how are you, girl? Welcome, welcome. Fair use, welcome, welcome. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. That's good, my friend. That's good. Okay, let me stop the music. All right, so y'all know me. I always talk about death and dying, serial killers and stuff like that. So, but today, um, mercy killings. They would have died anyway. Are mercy killings morally right? And I guess I could have said assisted suicide, but I have another way that I'm going with this, so something else to think about. Hey, Ellie, welcome, welcome. So, this is my question. And it may seem kind of callous when I say they would have died anyway, but just think about this. Well, first of all, I want to ask you guys: do you think mercy killings and assisted suicide? Do you think they're the same thing? I mean, do you think that? I mean, assisted suicide is basically where someone helps you die. Um, and a mercy killing could be, you know, killing someone because it's putting them out of their misery. You know, taking away their pain, whatever. But this is my question. Okay, so Blunt says I believe people should be able to choose when they go. I think that too. But is it morally right? So you start talking about morals and ethics and what have you, and laws and what have you. But why is it that? And yes, I'm about to compare animals to humans because humans, we are animals. you know, I mean, we act like it. So if you can euthanize a dog or cat or any other pet because they have terminal cancer, because the shelters are too full and we need to make more space, so we euthanize animals. I mean, that's cruel. Um, You know, if a horse breaks his leg, you want to shoot him instead of just, fixing the broken bone. No, that horse may not be a racehorse again. He may not be able to pull a plow or whatever. Um, but even if he's limping along, he's still alive. I mean, you're going to kill this, how many tons of animals just because they broke their leg? Let's see, Blunt says, as Buddhist, it's morally wrong to take the life of another soul, but personally, I believe prolonging the pain is pointless. But should we choose? So this is where I'm going with this, Blunt. It's like, humans get on their high horse, and in the United States, where we're like, oh no, mercy killings and assisted suicide. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. I mean, Kevorkian. I mean, how many times did he go to jail or was arrested for doing just that? But if someone is terminally ill, should they have to spend money for medical care when they're going to die anyway? Should you? I mean, if I were in a situation where I knew that I was going to die because of my health, I don't want my family spending thousands of dollars in hospice care or medical care, doctors, or whatever, to prolong a life that's, I'm done. And sometimes people are just literally just laying in bed waiting to die. And it could happen within a week. It could happen within a year. We don't know. But then if you believe in God, then you say, well, no, God is the only one who decides who lives and who dies. So that's why I say, are we on our high horse when, please excuse the pun, when we talk about, how morally wrong it is to assist someone in suicide. Now, think about this. Hold on for a second. Let me. If you had Huntington's disease, it's an inherited disorder that causes nerve cells or neurons in parts of the brain to gradually break down and die. The disease attacks areas of the brain that help control voluntary movement as well as other areas. Now, people who get this is usually something that you inherit. They live for 10 to 30 years is usually the lifespan. Now, there was a case about 15 years ago where a mother was arrested after 3 of her sons with Huntington's mysteriously died. And she killed them. They were in their 20s and 30s, and they had been begging their mother for years to let them die. But because they're, they couldn't control their movements, whatever, they couldn't do it on their own. And she, as a mother, did not want to watch her sons suffer. So she helped them die at different points. Is that wrong? Was that murder? You look at people with Tay-Sachs, another disease that is something that is passed down, and it's passed down from parents to child. And the life expectancy is 3 to 5 years. Most children with Tay-Sachs, and it usually hits, if I do believe I'm correct, Jewish people. to know that your child's going to be gone within 3 to 5 years, and you're watching them slowly leave you. Their mental ability, blindness. Every time they hear a noise, they're startled. Spots in their eyes. Seizures are like every single day. And with Huntington's, it's kind of the same. It's like, you go blind. You can't control yourself. So why is it again that we will euthanize a dog because they're terminal or because they're too old? The dog is too old, so let's take it to the vet. They can't control themselves anymore. They've been wearing a diaper, whatever. But you have humans that are in the same spot where they're wearing a diaper. They can't control themselves. And there's another disease out there. I can't remember the name of it. It starts with a C. Very long name. Hey, Mama Bear. This disease will kill your child before they're even 1, and they're born blind, mute, and deaf. Their spinal cord is there, but it's not strong, so your child will never be able to sit up, whatever. And you have to literally clear their airway every 15 to 30 minutes because they will choke on their own spittle. But the thing here is that most medical benefits will not pay for in-home care. And this disease has been known to break up families, bankrupt families. But if you were to do an assisted suicide or mercy killing with this child, it would be considered murder. So again, I say, how do we justify killing an animal because they're sick, because they're dying? Like I said, the shelters are too full. My horse broke his leg. And that's considered mercy. But with humans, it's considered murder. And Ellie says, I think as long as the person consented, let's see, it's okay to help him die at peace. Blunt says, okay, I'm sorry, my screen jumped. Ellie says, but morally, it might be wrong because we kind of encourage people to kill without feeling bad. That's another thing. Blunt says, not to me. I don't think it's wrong as long as the person sick is making the choice. We can't judge this case, but it should not be legal because we kind of develop courage in people. Okay, let me read this again. We can't judge this case, but it should not be legal. We kind of develop courage in people to kill people easily. That murder might be depressed in the long run. I'm sorry, Ellie, I'm not understanding that sentence. I had to kill my pet because she was suffering. I couldn't bear it anymore. I gave her some tranquilizers. Okay, so this is my question. Hey, crazy. Welcome. I didn't see you pop in. Okay, so this is my question. Ellie brings up a point. She said she killed her pet because it was suffering, and I couldn't bear it anymore. So, do we kill our animals because of our own feelings? Do we take, our pets to the vet or whatever and put them down because we feel, because you can't bear it anymore. How do we know that? I mean, again, we will euthanize a pet, but we won't, or we can't euthanize another human being. Hey, Lou, welcome. And again, I talk about these other diseases, that I brought up, and families have been broken apart because of an illness of another family member. Families have gone bankrupt because, they're trying to pay these medical bills. Insurance companies get rich, from billing this and billing that, and then again, they're also in the business of denying stuff. Well, no, you can't have. Well, no, we can't pay for that. Well, no, it's terminal, so we can't help you. Why is it that we will watch someone suffer with cancer, with Huntington's, with Tay-Sachs, with whatever, but we cannot do an assisted suicide or do a mercy killing because it's a human being and it's against the law? But that pet, we'll take it down and we'll take it to the vet. They have places now that come to your house. We make the choice for that pet. What if the pet doesn't want to die? Are we being selfish? So, that's my, that's my question. Ellie says her illness had no cure. Her illness had no cure. She was in so much pain. I couldn't see she was scared. I did that for herself. Okay. Mama Bear says we had to make the decision to let our daughter go to heaven. Hardest decision of our lives. And Lou says and Tracy, again, every time I hear you talk about your daughter, I'm sorry. Lou says if I had another choice, I wouldn't have put my dad in hospice. Blunt says my dog was in pain and suffering when I made the choice to put him down. It broke my heart, but I couldn't hear him cry in pain anymore. I did it for him. Ellie says because animals are not like us, they can't decide by their intentions. They are based on their instinct. Yes, I agree with you up to a point, Ellie, because I think that animals are smarter than humans. I think humans are some of the dumbest people on the planet, and we prove it every single day. But that's another show. And Mama Bear says we would have been selfish to keep her here. So again, when you make the decision, if you're in the hospital and they say, do you want to turn this off? Do you want to do that? Why is it okay for that? But Dr. Kevorkian, when he was doing assisted suicide, when people were asking him to help them, it was considered murder. And in some religions, I think it's Catholics, if you commit suicide, supposedly, you're damned to hell or whatever. But again, why is that? Why is it okay when a doctor says, well, do you want to do this? But it's not okay if I'm sitting at home and, I'm drooling everywhere. I'm not going to get better. The doctor bills and whatever are mounting up. Hey, Ralph, welcome. Why can't I decide to have assisted suicide? And let me ask this question. Let me see. Blunt says, I don't think he should have gone to jail. He was trying to help people. I agree. We kill thousands of animals and cats and provide our food to eat and provide our food. Yes, it is. Okay, so let me ask this. If you were to sit and watch someone kill themselves, and I don't know the answer to this, that's why I'm asking. If you were to sit in a room and watch someone kill themselves, would you be arrested for their death? Let's say it was film. Everything was on film. You didn't pick up a gun. You didn't pick up a needle. You didn't pick up, anything. A pillow, nothing. Okay, but okay. Mama Bear says probably because you were not there to stop it. But should I? Should I stop it? Brina, welcome. Should I stop it? If you know that this person has been talking about killing themselves, whatever, why should I stop? And even if they, even if they weren't talking about it and they just picked up a gun and I just, for whatever reason, I just sat there and I watched them. Why should I stop you? Let's see. Fairview says, I don't know. Probably depends on the state. Yes, a case for involuntary manslaughter could be made. For what? I didn't do anything. The only thing I didn't do was stop you. But like I said, I didn't make you do it. You did it all on your own. And Ellie wants to come up. Hey, Ellie. Yes, I can. Yep, I can hear you. No, go ahead. Okay, so if your relative, your friend, your husband, whomever is suffering, can't you help them die? Okay, but okay, Ellie, so let me ask this. What if this person has lost the ability to speak? Okay, they're just literally just laying in bed, waiting to die. Who was that person? She was. I was thinking about her the other last night when I was thinking about this show. Oh my goodness, she was in an accident when she was. This was back in the 70s. She was in an accident, and she literally lived. I'm trying to think of what the story is. I just know that she lived in a vegetative state for like 25 years. And her parents fought for 25 years to allow her to die. And every time they went to court, they were like, no, 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 no. People hated the family. I mean, they were sending them hate mail. They were sending them all kinds of things, And then when they finally pulled the plug after all those years, she lived. She lived like another five years, but then she finally passed. But her life was, it was just, she was just in this bed. So she couldn't say anything. She could do nothing. So why not why not, I mean, and they knew, the doctors knew that she had no motor function, I mean, she brain activity, nothing. The only thing she was doing, she was just kept alive by this machine, and then for whatever reason she kept going after all these years. I guess they took her off. But why should you have allowed your child or your sister, your brother, your friend to live like this? Her parents owed millions in medical bills for something that, you know, they didn't do anything for. So why not let her go? Why do I have to go to court in order to, you know, like you said, with an animal, they're suffering. Why not for a human? Julian, welcome. Power Girl, welcome. But okay, but Ellie, but to live in a vegetative state where you, I mean, I personally would not want to live like that, you know. And after a while, I this is going to sound callous and cold, but I do believe some families do this. After a while, they stop coming to see you, and the only person who comes into your room may be the nurse, you know, or if you're at home, you know, yeah, you know, they may come in and check on you, but are they turning you over or whatever so you don't get bed sores, whatever? But you're just there. You're all you are you're just existing, but you're not living. Why is it wrong to assist someone or to mercy kill someone, a human? But again, we'll do it to a pet, and it's no big deal. Hey, Sean lady, welcome. Robin, welcome. Mm-hmm. But Ellie, again, I go to, and I'm going to tell you guys, you know, if I was ever in a situation where my mind couldn't function, where, you know, and Lou said, Christopher Reeve may have been paralyzed from the neck down, but he wanted to live. He fought to live. And during the time, since his accident up to the time when he passed away, he did things that helped other people. So I'm not talking about people like Christopher Reeve. I'm talking about people who literally are just in a vegetative state. They're either in your house, or they're, at home in your house, or they're at the hospital, whatever. And they're just there. And again, you can bring in religion and say, well, only God can determine, whatever. And I do believe that's true. But I also don't think that God wants us to, whomever you may think God is, wants us to have other people suffer. So again, I say we'll kill a pet and we'll euthanize them, but for a person, we'll just let them linger and linger until they finally die. Well, let's see. Fair Use says states that allow 10 states, DC and medical aid in dying, 9 states. Well, I know California does. I just think that, if someone were to ask me to help them kill themselves, or do an assisted suicide, it would be very hard. If it were a member of my family, I would. But for a friend or for a stranger, I don't know. But for a family member, my immediate family, my husband or my son, I would. And if it were me, I would hope that I would be able to do it for myself before I was too weak or unable to do it on my own. But I don't want my family to see me waste away. And at the same time, I don't want to be forgotten about in some room or in some hospital or somewhere, and I don't want to rack up medical bills. First, I mean, it's like, you're not helping me. It's not like I went in for surgery and I'm fine. I just had to stay in the hospital for 4 months and everything's fine. I'm out. I'm not, I don't know. So, I don't know. I mean, and it may sound harsh. It may sound harsh, but I don't know. Who's talking? Shy Lady, you there? That's okay, but you have the mic now. but okay, I'm going to ask you this. Charlie, can you mute and then, cause, hold on. Okay, yeah, because we're getting that echo. Okay, so let me ask this. Once again, um, I'm not saying this because I have a huge love for dogs. I'm not saying this at all. I'm just making a comparison because I do think there's hypocrisy here. So, to both Ellie and Shy Lady, since you all are on the panel, I'm going to ask you, do you think that it's okay to euthanize animals to make space in a shelter? Okay, because I asked that because it's like if you're in a group home or whatever and it's overcrowded, are we going to euthanize children because more children are coming in, or are we just going to put or instead are we going to have a building that which should only be 100 people, um, we're just going to put 500 kids in there because we have no place else to put them. You look at our prisons, especially here in the U.S., they're overcrowded. Do you start killing prisoners to make room for other prisoners? So, this is where I'm saying that I understand when people say, well, that humans, I mean, that animals don't have the intelligence, whatever, whatever, whatever. But I find it, I find a hypocrisy there that we won't think twice about doing that to animals. But when it comes to people, all of a sudden, oh no, how could you? That's just cruel. I'm sorry. I just find it's just a double standard and it's hypocrisy. No, no, no. A dog is, and I'm not even. Listen, I'm not even just saying dogs. I'm saying if it was cows, if we were killing cows, if we were killing mice, rats, whatever. So this is what I'm saying. It's like, I'm not saying that a dog is better than something, whatever. Even though I do like dogs a lot, whatever. But I'm just saying, if it was a moose, whatever. I'm just saying that I think that there's a double standard here where you are going to say it's okay to euthanize this animal, but you're not. But when it comes to people, it's like, well, I don't know, whatever. So anyway, go ahead, Shy Lady. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to agree with Blunt, and I respectfully disagree, because I do believe that animals have souls, and I understand that, I mean, I believe in God, whatever. I believe in the Bible, although I do question things, whatever. But I'm sorry, I don't think that it's okay. I mean, and again, man's supposed to make things better, but look at how that's turned out. We've made things worse. We have made things we have made things worse. But I'm just saying that I do not. Again, I just think that we'll think nothing about killing an animal. We'll think nothing about, and yes, we do eat meat and all this other stuff. We'll go hunt and fish and whatever, but again, I just think that it's hypocritical. That's just my own point of view. But you're focusing. But shy lady, what if you're someone like Blunt, who is a Buddhist, and she, her beliefs are different? Are you saying that she's wrong? Okay, 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 but okay. So but shouldn't okay but shouldn't then they say the same thing about you, that you believe in the Bible and that's your belief, right? Okay, 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 okay. But that doesn't mean. I'm sorry, Ellie. Go ahead. That's a new one. That's a new one. I've never had. I mean, if you put it like that, then I guess we should not go around swatting, insects and stepping on ants and spiders and whatever. I mean, if you put it like that, no, I'm just saying that, and I'm not trying to attack anyone or anything like that. I'm just saying that I just think that there's a hypocrisy, that I do believe that God welcomes all creatures, big and small. I believe that. Um, um, and I just think that, you know, once again, going back to what I said at the very beginning of the show, if you had Huntington's disease, if you had Tay Sachs, if you had a child, that, you know, was, was only going, you knew was only going to live for a month, and that month they were just suffering, you know, why is it that where the doctor says you may want to do this, but if that child was at home and you did that, it would be considered murder? So that's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to attack anyone or anything like that. I'm not trying to question the Bible or anything like that. I know we all have our own beliefs, and I knew the show was could get dicey, whatever. But I don't know. I don't know. Right. So, and because I think we're doing that now. I think that some places, including the United States, are secretly, getting rid of people, because of the population. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, people take birth control. Should we not do that? I mean, there's just so many things, there's so, or, variables that Crazy talks about, and there's a lot that we talked about that have a lot of variables, a lot of twists and turns. So, just something to talk about and discuss. So, let's see. Blunt says, I make fair use, catch, and release bugs. Hey, Shelby. Hello, I did not see you pop in. Let's see. Fair says, I don't know, maybe the countries with billions of people should look at population control. Doubt USA is at that level. But fair use, I mean, look at China. China only recently, in the last 10 or 15 years, have said that it's okay to have more than one child. So, this is I mean, so, and then it was like the preferred child was a male, and people were killing their female children so that they could try for a male, or they were secretly they secretly had this second child. The USA may not be on that level in terms of population control like that, but believe me, the US is doing something to control population of certain people. I definitely believe that. Let's see. Mama Bear says, I wanted my baby more than anyone could ever know. We didn't want her to suffer. I'm sorry, Tracy. Hey, Petty Deb, I did not see you pop in. I don't know. India got a lot, and yes, India. I mean, it's like Yep, Blunt. Yes, I do believe that the U.S. population is slowly declining, mainly because it's being helped to decline, but because people are not having as many children. People are not having as many children. You don't see people like back, 40, 50, 60 years ago where, they had 6 kids and 7 kids. Now, you see if people have, 3, 4. I think the average in the United States is like 2, even though they say 2.5. How you can have half a child is I never did understand that. And yes, Deb, war is part of population control. And we got a lot of we have a lot of aging people from baby boomers. So Tracy, I'm sorry if this show brought up sad feelings for you. So I don't know. Anybody else want to say anything? Shy Lady, want to add anything else? I know, y'all. I go there. Tracy, I know you. I know you support me. I mean, I don't. If you see a title that brings memories back, then believe me, I don't want you to be sad, because I know that's a very sad part for you. But I these are things that I think about. I'm reading things, or I'm having a conversation with someone, or I'll literally be sitting on a park bench when I'm out walking my dog, and I'm just people watching, and someone will do something, or I'll watch someone and they'll do something, or I'll hear something that people say in passing if I'm at the store or whatever, and it makes me think. It makes me think about things like this, and I know that it can be a touchy subject for some people, and for some people, I don't know, but these are things I that I think about. So anyway, oh guys, I did not upload my show. I mean my outro show. So anybody have anything else they want to add while I add my music? I wish I completely forgot to add, like I always do. Forget to do it. Well, you know, I don't know. I have one that I'm going to do uh next week that I want to do this week, but we had a short week and I did not I didn't do anything on Monday, but tomorrow, guys, is going to be open discussion. So whatever topics you guys want to talk about, we can talk about. Yes, my show does turn into other topics. I'm trying to stay. I've said this for the last year. I'm trying to stay on topic now that I'm putting a time frame on my show where I'm really trying not to go past an hour. I don't mind my show going into other topics, but it's not going to be like it was when I first started, when we just start talking about everything and anything. I'm not doing that. If it's the same topic and stays within the same category, yes. But we start going off into, we're talking about fish, and then all of a sudden we're talking about aliens, then no. No. So that's not going to happen. So, well, thank you, Blunt. Thank you. So, all right. So, no one has anything else. Shy Lady, you want to give a last word? Or that was your last word? You said, no, that's okay. Love your show. Was that your last word? And that's what I like to hear. I like to hear what other people have to say, because everyone does have their different views. So we may not always agree, but we can listen. Ellie, you have any last words? You know what? Ellie, I'm going to tell you right now. I don't think I can do it. In fact, I know I'm not going to do a show on cockroaches and souls. But if you want to show up on a Thursday open discussion show where you want to talk about cockroaches and their souls, then feel free. But am I going to make that a Monday through Wednesday topic? No, sorry. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, Shiley. I mean, I don't know. I mean, now Shiley is going to do rats have souls, and Lou's like do fish have souls, and now what tomorrow's show is going to be about who has soul. I mean, you know, so you want to talk about that tomorrow? We can talk about that on a open topic day, but for a regular show, no, sorry. I can't. I don't think I can do an hour on cockroaches and their souls. But that's just me. But all right, y'all. So I'm gonna leave y'all with Sam Cooke, and I thought this was appropriate for today. A little 2-minute song or so. This is a song that he did. A lot of people don't know this song, but I'm a Sam Cooke fan, so this is called Jesus Wash Away My Troubles. And that's it, everyone. Enjoy your day or evening wherever you are in the world. Shy Lady and Ellie, thank you for popping up on the panel. And everyone else, thank you for coming and liking the show. And I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye.